Giving unto the Spirit of Christ, which is the head of my life and the head of the church. Happy January 31st. The reason why I know this because I had a child on today. Shout out to my son. That's none of y'all business. His name, he know who he is. Google it. Anyway, so me and his dad woke up to wish him happy birthday. Okay, that's that personal stuff out the way. Let me hit what I'm talking about today. Today, I want to give a shout out to all y'all mothers. I'm going to kindly raise the glass. This finna go somewhere. To all y'all mothers who made struggle meals, and these kids don't know what struggle meal mean. Let me help y'all. I'm finna give y'all some chronological information. When we were slaves in the United States, they did not allow us to have the top cuts of the meat. So they gave us the leftovers from the pig and the leftovers from the cows. How y'all gonna get mad because they've been making struggle meals all their lives? Grandma been making struggle meals every time the grandkids came over there, and your behind did not bring her no Pampers, no milk, no money, no nothing. You just dropped that baby off and left. Now she got to figure out how to take care of all 7 kids she got just dropped off to her house because she their grandmama. And all she had money for her medication, her bills, daddy money. So she had to figure out how to feed 7 kids with some ground beef. And she knew they needed a well-balanced meal. So she bought pork and beans, just pork and beans. And she didn't care whatever was on sale, because she knew them was pork and beans. And they had a little piece of pork in it, season the meat, season them beans. So she didn't make a sweet bean like y'all do. She made a savory one with ground beef, and y'all ate it over white rice. I don't know what happened with the pandemic, or I'm gonna just say it, that Karen's taking struggle meal and making it into something totally different. I don't know. All I know is shout out to the mothers, to the grandmothers, to the great grandmamas who understood what struggle meal really was. Some stuff we gonna give to y'all, but some stuff, some of us gonna be like, that ain't that, and this ain't this. I know y'all see me eating shrimp, but what y'all don't get is this a struggle meal. Me and my son split it. He took half the shrimp, I took half the shrimp. Just a struggle meal. Okay. Listen. Karen assumed when her parents went to dinner and they ate off the same plate, it was a struggle meal. No, it wasn't. It's because they both wanted the same thing and knew they wouldn't ordering 2 plates, because that would make no sense, because they don't like eating stuff over and over again, and they would have to eat that until it's gone to get their money worth. So they just decided, forget it. We're going to agree to eat one thing, let them make it, and we eat our own portion of it, because they over portion everything. I'm sorry, y'all. Shout out to all the coffee drinkers who use milk instead of creamer. I promise I'm finished. I'm almost finished, y'all. But this deep. You bought a gallon of milk. Because you knew them grandkids was coming over this weekend. But you and your daughter, Sheba, into it. So she done took the day off for the weekend. And she mad at you, so she ain't gonna let them kids come over there. But the news flash is, Sheba, we don't care, keep them kids. So, I'm gonna use my milk to my advantage. Me and my husband, we got shakes in here we use with that milk. Mama ain't concerned about y'all. She throwing away a gallon of milk. She would rather throw away a gallon of milk than spend all that money taking care of y'all kids. Because some of y'all just assume grandma got everything, child. And if grandma ain't got it, she can make it. I done been with that woman. She done made struggle meals. She fine. He fine. They over there at my mama's house. Maybe she gonna teach them a struggle meal. And show them it's well balanced. So that way, when I make it, they don't understand I ain't had a lot of money. I just had some ground beef, and I had to split that ground beef up in half. And I made tacos one night, meatloaf the next. Yes, she took the same ground beef that she purchased, realized what portions was, and now made 2 portions for her and her husband. Or her and somebody else, whoever. But if she need to take that 1 portion and stretch it out, she know to put it in some beans. Add some rice. And that's enough for the kids. But for me and my husband, we gonna take our little portion of ground beef. We gonna add them pork and beans. I'm gonna make him some white rice. And we gonna be fine. Oh, but wait, I got something for y'all. I'm telling y'all, this is a hack. If you've been making struggle meals, let's see, y'all. There is no reason to go to Fridays. Invest in a 1099. This is so much work there. It serves 3 people. So, me and my husband can eat on it, and I can make it a different way the 3rd time. Like add some beans. This is an investment, y'all, because we just need 1 portion of this. I stretch it in 1 can of beans, put my own little spin on it, and that's me and my husband's struggle meal. I got it twisted, baby. I could take this same pork, put it over some salad. Don't put the barbecue sauce on it. I'm gonna check the sodium. Well, it's kind of high in sodium for y'all people who got blood pressure, but Let this be your treat. Yes, all the days you do right, let this be your treat. Some pulled pork. For those people who are protein, it's got 15 grams of protein, but baby, the sodium and the carbs. It's 10% carbs. It's got 30% saturated fat. So if y'all health nuts, don't pick this up. But if y'all need a struggle meal, baby, $10.99. Feed all them kids. Put the poker beans in there, add some rice to it, period. Struggle meal. Y'all, I ate that. And my favorite saying, and this ain't this. Me and my husband, we eat extremely healthy between the two of us, because yesterday was a salad day for me. I had a whole bunch of salad. He, on the other hand, I made him a fish sandwich like from McDonald's, you know, with the bun, and I use fish sticks. Yes, me and my husband eat fish sticks. And I had some tartar sauce by Heinz, and I squirted it on. I asked him, did he want the cheese? He said no. But around, baby, he ate McDonald's yesterday, Yolanda style. Me and my son ate shrimp. I didn't want shrimp. I made oatmeal cookies, and they was high protein, so I ate 2 oatmeal cookies. Didn't have any peanut butter. What I did was, for breakfast, I had some eggs, because I made a egg white salad. Then I finished off my quantity amount of eggs and made me egg and cheese that I could eat with or without bread. So that's what I ate for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I had oatmeal. So to me, kind of sort of like was a vegetarian day. I still eat the birds, yes. I still eat the dirty bird. Sorry. But it has to be like only the outside, not the dirty bird itself, just the placenta. I only eat the placenta. I don't eat the dirty bird. But let me let y'all know something. It's a chicken shortage now. You know why they call it the dirty bird? Because think about it. They already done took the wings and told us we couldn't eat wings last year. Now they taking the babies. Why they just don't take the chickens? Take us. Give us 1 year with no chicken. And then when y'all get it together, bring chicken back. Y'all done kind of turned us away from eating too much seafood, because y'all say it's full of nitrates and this and that and this and that. Challenge. 5 shrimp once a week is not gonna kill me. And if it kills me, oh well. Shout out to the Real Taco Tuesdays and why we do Taco Tuesday. Shout out to Susan. Y'all can't take away Taco Tuesday. Taco Tuesday was something they had every Tuesday night. She knew ground beef was a must to have thawed out on Tuesday, because the whole family was gonna eat tacos on Tuesday, which is a really cheap meal. Really cheap meal. We had the taco kits, y'all. All we needed to buy was the meat, the lettuce, the cheese, the sour cream. Then we got fancy guacamole, pico de gallo, not salsa, then taco sauce, all of that. So now you gotta upgrade Taco Tuesday. You doing taco bowls and fresh taco. Back in the days, there was one nationality who used to eat and still eat masa with everything. What's masa? Masa is cornmeal, seasoned. Oh, okay. For y'all black folks, it's a white hoe cake. Okay, a flapjack, but not sweet. Okay, a pancake, not sweet. But they don't fry it, they kind of like steam it. And then they put meat inside. But don't get it twisted, it's made with cow fat. The good ones, that's good tamales, I made with cow fat. And the good abuelas know that. So when y'all be trying to throw this generic fresh tortillas and all that, it's got preservatives in it. Everything got preservatives in it. So I might as well go ahead and eat it now, child. They done killed the bird though. They wrestling with the cow because they calling the milk pussy. Y'all remember when milk was high because they found out that it was a whole bunch of stuff in milk and they had to clean up the cows in order for us to get delicious antibiotic-free milk. Oh, y'all didn't know what antibiotic-free. Okay, let me help you. Excuse me. Antibiotic-free means that they didn't have to give that cow no medication to help him pass out all of that bacteria. Because what y'all don't know, it is a pregnant cow who's giving milk. So she got to have a baby every now and again. Jesus. And they raised that baby for slaughter. Because they know she on antibiotics. So, of course, it's going to be more higher, more expensive to get the right cow. But she just been dirty too. The cows have been dirty. Y'all always say the pig's dirty. Child, please. Y'all, the pigs, y'all don't even know how they've been killed now. Them old movies that we watched and that stopped us from eating pork and this and that. Y'all gonna find out pork ain't the devil. Neither is rice nor sugar. It's the oversaturation of your usage that makes it bad. I watched a documentary about the people who live in Mexico and are at a high risk of high blood pressure and diabetes, but mostly diabetes because they can't stop selling Coca-Cola with sugarcane. Y'all thought Mexican, the reason why y'all was like, oh, I like Mexican Coke better. Mexican Coke has cane sugar, which, to get us to think about it, granulated sugar is supposed to be cane sugar too. So anything done in excess would cause your body to go into a shock and produce and overproduce stuff and underproduce stuff because you jacking it up by eating stuff. But again, shout out to all those women who made donuts at home. Because you couldn't afford Dunkin' Donuts, but you can afford some biscuits. You didn't have to make them, you just bought them. And you fried them up like a biscuit and sprinkle sugar on it and stuff like that. Thank God for the innovative mothers, innovative grandmothers, innovative everyone. Because now they trying to invent something we already did back in the days. Struggle meals. Y'all stop thinking we are out here not knowing how to make true struggle meals. Because I believe it's so much hype out there. Like, baby, who cooks a meal in a coffee pot? Y'all are still buying coffee pots, baby. Some of us African Americans, we got Keurigs. We got Keurigs. We got single coffee makers. We don't have that old behind coffee pot. Because back in the days, grandma used a tin thing. She used this thing to make coffee. She put it on the stove. And then all of a sudden it bubbled up and the coffee was ready. Cuban people still doing it. Mexican people are still doing it. It's a little teapot. It's so cute. But it's for espresso. Y'all didn't know the Spanish countries had the hit on coffee beans? So y'all only think Colombia is good for cocaine. Baby, Colombian coffee, African coffee, Jamaican coffee is not the same. Araba beans is not the same. I'm speaking to y'all because Cafe Bistro is a Mexican espresso, but us Cuban people love it. Us Puerto Rican people, we love it. We love it. Okay, Jamaican people, y'all with the English. Y'all drink tea. Y'all don't like coffee. But the coffee y'all do make, Blue Mountain, that's some fire coffee. Y'all better stop thinking so small. And understand, there's some things people have taken for other people. But in reality, it was theirs from the get-go. The organic stuff came from your grandmama. Your grandmama who lived down south, who had a couple of acres, who always made sweet potatoes, and she traded off her sweet potatoes for somebody else who was growing broccoli or, nah, they weren't eating broccoli back then because that's man-made. Broccoli is man-made, sorry. Snap peas, field peas, speckled peas, and she grew sweet potatoes. So Thanksgiving, she was real popular. And what she did with that stuff is she canned it. She canned it. But she had to put a lot of sodium in it to can it. She had to brine. Oh. Y'all thought brining was only for meat? No. Brining ain't nothing but preserving the chicken and putting back the moisture back in it with a little salt, little stuff, you know. People used to do it with MSG, but you know everybody gets MSG. It's chemical. It's a man-made chemical to enhance the flavor of your food. But y'all get a wake-up call. In Thailand and China and all that, they ain't stopped using MSG. And them people over there living. Stop letting people tell y'all stuff. And y'all mothers, stop letting them, if they want to keep playing with y'all, they can see your struggle meal on the YouTube, honey. You making cabbage and corned beef, but your corned beef is the actual can. And you serving it over white rice on a Wednesday. TikTok got y'all messed up about this instant spaghetti crap. Talking about just put it in with the this and that and this and that and put it in the oven and then come out and mix it up. Okay. No. They using all of the ingredients that we've been making macaroni and cheese with. But we cook our noodles. We don't do that. We don't want all that starch in our food. And that's what make it thick, the starch. Susan, when y'all start doing this, y'all been using pasta water since the Sicilians told y'all to use pasta water, and all of the people in Italy. But y'all so jaded, y'all only think it's one type of Italians. When you say Italy, everybody from Italy know each other. Friends with one another, Sicily. You remember on the Golden Girls when she told y'all Sicily, 1893, and she gave y'all a story. Some of them stories was crazy, but like I said, when you think about life, y'all gotta think about just because people say they one place, don't mean they're not there. They just got there a different way. But remember, don't take that from them. I appreciate the struggle meals from parents who didn't have a lot of money, but mama knew how to make it stretch. Now these kids so spoiled, they don't know how to stretch a meal. Because once we got up on our feet, we never looked back. We weren't struggling no more. We was staying alive. Shout out to those people who are still staying alive. Even in the pandemic, we stayed alive. We went on YouTube, we started talking to people, we started communicating with people, we started Zooming, we started getting together, we was having church meetings, we was having Zoom meetings, we was doing all that in the pandemic. But child, let me tell y'all something. I lived in Hurricane Town, Florida. The preparation for some of these companies was to fly us out the state. So if it got all tore up, we were still functioning in another state. And we had to do certain business immediately. We was able to do so because we took our technology with us. And that was in the 90s. Actually, the 2000s, the early 2000s. I say like 2006, I was flying every time the hurricane hit. And we was having a satellite. So, y'all done got a satellite situation due to the pandemic. Child, we been had a satellite situation. Some of us are still wanting to keep that work from home mentality. Because our children are gone, there's nothing for us to do. We can sit on the phone all day. Our husband won't be bothering us, you know. He retired, he don't want to work, but I need something to do, so I started, picking up little odds and ends, But then I had to realize that was messing with our money, but I prefer to make my own money than to make the government's money. So, some of y'all, we need to come back to customer service. It's different now. It's not a lot of let me speak to your supervisor calls. Because truth be told, you are your supervisor. You are an independent contractor. Bless God for you being your own supervisor. Amen. Happy Supervisor Day. Because God knows I've been supervising my house, my children, the church, myself. It's hard being a supervisor. Because a supervisor is someone who takes charge. Shout out to y'all take charge women for being the supervisors in your life. Shout out to y'all. But shout out to the church women who got together and made conch fritters, conch batter, chicken wings, sauce, whatever to help y'all church grow. Well, you can look at your church and say, it started from the bottom, now we here. And your church truly can tell y'all, we started from the bottom, but look where we at now. And that's how you have to be with yourself. Some of us started from the bottom. But now that we're here, we're not going back. I'm sorry, I'm not going back. I had struggle meals and ground beef. However, I do make a dip with ground beef now. But that pulled pork and them baked beans, that's fine. Oh, some white rice, that's fine. And I only got to put a little bit on my husband's own because he really ain't supposed to be eating a lot of meat due to his cancer. Yes, my husband is living with cancer and we are fine. We are doing chemo. He is not sick and I am fine. Shout out to the mothers and fathers and family members who are going through chemo. Shout out to us. You got to be smart enough, y'all, to understand we all need each other. I get no mass joy other than to say, I hope somebody listens. I hope someone gives themselves a pat on the back just for making it. If you in your 50s, you made it. You might have made some messed up decisions in your life, but if you're 50, you made it. That's half a century old. Bless God for living to 50. But some of the mamas didn't make it to 60. They didn't make it to 70. Gang violence, drugs, whatever you want to call it, took over. But shout out to the kids who are surviving being children of crackheads. My kids didn't have to have that story. They didn't have a crackhead mama. They had a mama who was a workaholic. I was a workaholic. Shout out to the workaholic mothers. Shout out to the ones who understand that sometimes them kids realize mom had to work to provide for us. My mama work. She always had a job. And if she didn't have a job, she knew how to make some money. Shout out to them hustlers. Real mothers, real parents, real grandparents who hustle because their daughter didn't get it together, so they had to raise their grandkids. Shout out to those people. Whether you are black, white, whatever. Some of y'all don't realize white people have the same struggles as us too. Drug addicted kids. Y'all think it's just us. No, sorry. Everybody. Every nationality got an issue. And y'all think every religion is perfect. Nope. A whole bunch of religions got a lot of flaws. But we so manifesting things, and like I tell you, I believe in manifestations. I believe in that because it says it in the Bible, Habakkuk 2:5. I'm going to write my visions. I'm going to make them plain so when they come to fruition, you can see I thought of it. That's my record. My record ain't on the internet, y'all. Sweetie, sorry. I have a record in real life. And I don't care if nobody know it or not. I know it. And God know it. So that's important to me. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed, wealth, health, and prosperous day. I love y'all. I thank y'all for listening. But let me tell y'all something. Shout out to the struggle meals. Shout out to the single mothers. Shout out to the people who are hustling to make things work. Shout out to us women who have came up and we not going back to the gutter. Shout out to those who want to live better, be better. Shout out to each and every one of y'all who understand you got the power to change stuff. But you got to do it based on your belief system, not no one else's. I love y'all.